Hi guys, welcome in. I know I've already made a couple videos here for you, but I'll try to do this once in a while so you have a kind of a bump in the right direction or actual face to put all this um, I don't know stuff to. So what I wanted to do, just real briefly here, see if we can keep it under 5 minutes. So I'm going to kind of go fast, but if you need to hear it again, just rewind the video. That's the nice thing. And again, I don't care about production value. Obviously, I'm just got under like little dome lights here and blue background, and I'll barely comb my hair for you. So hopefully you're okay. You get to know me. But this video here is just going to kind of touch on um, the main kind of key components of the course, just real brief, and some of the important things. And everything I talk about right here is going to be on your upcoming quiz, which you should be able to get 100 points on. So another full credit. So just again, if when you need this, watch it again. So let's get going. So if you look at my screen and I try to share something here for you, when you guys log in, you should have, and yours might look a little differently, but you'll have, let's talk about a couple things real quick from your dashboard in Canvas. Now, you've already found your way to all your classes, or to this class, which is why you're watching the video. But on the dashboard itself, you can go ahead and click on My Lab Online for Pittsburgh or Brentwood, either one you want. And if you do that, let's say you're in the Pittsburgh class, it doesn't matter what class you are with me, the link will take you to the same spot. My math lab hours are listed on the syllabus for you guys, and they aren't listed all on one of these class links or the other. But if you click on the lab for Pittsburgh, for instance, and you come down here, and I don't even think that's, let's see, live tutoring will be back. So right now, watch what happens. I don't think the link's even up. But if I go back to the dashboard, and I think Brentwood might be, or at least the old one. Here's what, and they look a little different, so I apologize. But the math lab is what we're going to require you to go to 2 hours and 15 minutes a week. It's a 16 course semester. I think it totals up about, gosh, 36 hours for total, the way the math works out, I think. And we're supposed to mandate that you guys go and make it part of your grade. Now, dare I hesitate to tell you the truth? In this class, it won't hurt you or help you. It's not worked into your grade. I always got very upset when I was in classes if I already knew some things and didn't need the help. But 90% of the people that go either in physically, and now COVID times, even if you can't go, you can go virtually. So one of the ways to do that would go to, in this case, in this lab, and I'll scroll down. And for Brentwood, the way they have it set up is there's times in here, and I'm SJ. So my name for last semester was SJ, and I was here. This will change. It'll probably go to Mondays. But if you can find me in here, SJ will be on at 10 o'clock. So all you have to do, meaning myself, on Tuesdays, is come down here to your instructor, find my name, and then click in, and I'll be on that Zoom site during those lab hours. Now, excuse me, tons of instructors will be on during the week typically, and you can see the hours. Usually it's about Monday through Thursday. And you can click on any of these people, MG, Maria, Scott Hubbard. Yogi is kind of the math lab coordinator. So if I wanted to talk to Yogi, I just scroll down and there's Yogi right there. Click on his Zoom link, and that's how you get in. Now, once you're in, sometimes you won't be put face to face with anybody immediately, including myself. If I'm talking to somebody or helping another student, I'll generally, on our end, you go into a queue or a waiting room. And what'll happen is we'll get to you as soon as we're done with that student. So be patient. If it just says waiting to be accepted, again, be patient, or better yet, go to somebody else in that time frame until oh, should be there always during my block anyways. You can always come back to me later, whoever it is. So anyways, that's Math Lab. And again, Pittsburgh or Brentwood, it's seamless. Just make sure you keep this link up when you sign in, and it clocks your time automatically. Okay. So again, these are all things to keep in mind for the quiz. Again, they will not count towards your grade. People that go 100 hours, and there are some, will generally, they just do better because of the time spent, but there's no penalty for not going. So I shouldn't say that to you. It's not very motivating, but you have tons of resources for help. Okay. As I'm looking through this and we go back, if I go back to the dashboard and back into our actual class, and again, mine looks a little different because I'm on a different platform, but once you click into our intermediate class, you should be looking at, oh, you should only have 4 or 5 things over here. And other than that math lab, which you have to get from that dashboard, everything else should be self-sustained in here, self-contained. And if you want more help, you can click on NetTutor. NetTutor is another way to get help from a 24-hour independent body. In other words, if you work nights, gosh, I'm trying to make sure that, just have to look at that. I don't know if you read, look at me, but, if you work nights, that NetShare, you can click on that, or work during the day and you get on at night. In other words, 2 in the morning, you can get help that way. So there's multiple ways to get help. And if I go back here and share my screen, we'll just continue with my little blurb here. I'm trying to go fast, it tends to run long a lot, but so I'm sorry. Don't forget that since I just lost that, sorry, let's bring it back. There it is. So at the bottom there, you see my email. Don't forget that's there. All right, you always get a hold of me by email. There's some quick links down here. Make sure you know that you can get the Brentwood notes down here that we'll use in the lectures. And I'll give you another blurb with that for the first week of actual lecture. But for now, when you're in this intro module, just try to power away as fast as you can, because the latter half of the week, we'll start picking up and doing some actual work. Okay, we're going to start off right away. Let's see, what else? The grading scale. If you go over here to grades, and this is what your screen should look like, you'll notice that you'll have, stuff coming up, the points listed on the right side there. And then over here on the right, your assignments are 15% of your grade. Your quizzes and labs, 15. Now, assignments up here, what I'm talking about are your online assignments. It's my math lab. So notice it's not a lot, but it's really, and the homework is just a platform for you to get started. All right, so make sure if you complete the homework, you don't get this, hopefully it starts to build confidence, but it's not gonna be the only thing you'll need to do to make sure you're ready for these exams and master all the material, okay? Midterms, 50%, and final exam, 20%. So what does that mean to you? We'll have 3 midterms and a final. And if you divvy up the midterm weight and the final, they're all about 16, 17%. There are no makeups, even for quizzes. And if you miss it, you get a 0. And that includes, it sounds kind of cutthroat, but somebody gets sick, lots happening during COVID times. Car breaks down, got to work, you can't really get off work to take the test. And I will have a couple times for you to choose from when the tests come. And I'll work with you as long as you talk to me ahead of time as much as possible. But there's no midterms really, because once the tests are out, they can fly around electronically too fast. And so to kind of compensate for that, if you miss a midterm, here's the big thing I needed you for your quiz too, to get. Your final exam can replace your lowest midterm, okay? So all that means is if let's say you miss a midterm entirely, you get a flat tire, you get a 0. When it comes final time, you'll have to wait till finals for that to occur. Let's say you get an 85 on your final. That B on your final will replace the 0 and all your scores will come up. All right, it's really the only sense of or set of extra credit available throughout the semester. So make sure you're turning in everything on time. And that's how it works. It doesn't work backwards. Your midterm cannot replace your final. It is what it is for your final. But again, even if you take all 3 midterms to make it fair, your final will replace your lowest midterm as long as it helps you. It won't do it if it hurts you. In other words, if you don't do well in the final, the midterms will stay there. Okay? So again, your final can replace your lowest midterm. Wanted to make sure you understood that. So where else can you get help? Let me share my screen again. Excuse me. You have these instructional videos, right, that you'll see come on up throughout the semester. You can get on through NetTutor here. Your Zoom links, you can get on through Zoom. It should be working the right way by the time the class starts officially. You can go ahead and click on it, and you'll be able to join any meetings that we have ongoing. You'll find that since there's nothing set up right now, there won't be anything to choose from. But again, if you don't remember to hit this Tech Connect Zoom, in theory, I got it set up so that there's another Zoom link down at the bottom of your homepage. All right, so hopefully everything's pretty seamless and easy to get started. You already obviously found click here to get started because you're watching this video in module 0. But again, there's my email, my Zoom number if you want to plug it in manually, and my Zoom link there too. Okay. Let's see. What else have I need to talk about? We talked about the grading scale, how you can get help from NetTutor, instructional videos, Zoom, or in lab. Your lab, you're supposed to go for 2 hours and 15 minutes a week. I'm supposed to tell you that. Behind the scenes for us this semester only. Other instructors might have it done differently. You can go, you don't have to come, but for the literature, I'm going to say you have to come. Your homework for my math lab. Once you get to your homework, something we haven't had a chance to discuss with you. The nice thing about the homework is you can do it as many times, excuse me, as many times as you want. So there'll be a little I think it's a My Math Lab tutorial. I don't know if you watched it yet, but you can attempt the homework problems as many times as you want. Something else to know for the quiz. And you also have, excuse me, a lab assignment that, or several throughout the semester, that are kind of like review modules at the end of chapter 8, end of chapter 9. And your lab assignments will only differ from homework assignments. They'll still be on the computer. They'll still feel like homework, but your lab assignments will only give you 3 shots. Okay, so make sure that they're a little bit more intense as far as if you guess, and you just can't guess the whole time. Okay, I think that's about it. And good luck taking your quiz, and I'll talk to you in the next video.